This is part 2 on how to fill in those cracks in between the broken plaster pieces. And basically what you're doing here is you're sort of caulking those cracks in between, filling in those gaps, so that way whenever you pour in your plaster it doesn't seep through there and cause any issues. So of the 3 that I listed in the previous video, I decided to go with Elmer's glue just because it's available almost everywhere, and I believe it was like 90 cents for this bottle. So I'm also using a little sculpting tool, and I'll explain why in a minute. So you just take your school glue and we'll about do it here. And you just go over that crack. And then you take your sculpting tool and just run it across where that crack is to get rid of any air bubbles. So that way it can go down into that crack and fill it up nicely. As you can see, I did that here, down in there, up here. There's this little area right here that still needs to be, just needs a little bit more. So just to recap, the way I got these 2 pieces to stick together was the 5-minute Loctite epoxy. Held it there for 5 minutes up until it cured completely, and then once that cured, it allowed me to build up and reinforce the back along the crack with the same plaster that this was molded with. So the Ultra Cal 30. And then I'm just using this Elmer's glue to basically caulk the cracks in here. So that way I don't have to worry about the excess latex creeping in there and then causing an issue with the mold again once I try to pull that latex casting out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that all throughout here, through the fingers. And you just use the same techniques. You don't have to use a lot for those fingers in there. Or if you would like to use, and if you have it, bondo, the prosaide bondo for prosthetics works best. And when I mean bondo, I mean it's a prosaide that's been thickened with cabosil, so you're able to blend in your edges. You can probably put that in there, scrape off excess, and then go over like a nice little needle or a sculpting tool and then try to sculpt the details in there that will be missing. But this is how I've been fixing these cracks. So when I pull the first casting, I'm going to be making a video on that also, and we'll see how well these hold up. Alright, hopefully this helps you guys out.